Michael, it's back-to-back exits at the preliminary round, and it's yet another exit to Newark and Sherwood. What are your overall thoughts after that?
Disappointment, obviously, to go out of the FA Cup is never great, but obviously I think it just comes down to the manner today of how we've gone out. Yeah, that's just a disappointing thing. Look, I don't mind losing games of football. We know we can't win every game, but the way we've lost the game today is a little bit disappointing for sure.
It was always going to be a big day for Newark. They were always going to come flying out of the traps, you know, being the lower league side and try and test you early on. Do you feel your side did enough to match that level of enthusiasm?
For the first 15-20 minutes, I thought we started well once we did again. But we always say this, well, goals change games, and obviously we've given them a goal yet again. They've not had to work hard for it. The lads literally running behind, cut back inside and put the ball in the net. Look, you can't give teams like this in this competition a leg up, as to say, you know, you've got to make them fight for everything. And at points we didn't do that today, Joe, and I'll be perfectly honest. I've told the boys that it just comes down to desire. We didn't show enough desire on the pitch, didn't show enough fight on the pitch, which is disappointing because, like you said, we mentioned if we go back to the Corby games, we outpowered them, we outfought them at times, but we just didn't do that today.
Just to come back to those two goals, sometimes you can just get done by a brilliant flowing move or a piece of individual brilliance, but how concerning were those two goals? The fact that the first one's just from a lumped clearance forward, and then the second one is just from us dwelling on the ball inside our own 6-yard box.
It's not good enough, Joe, let's be honest. Obviously emotions are running high at the moment, and for a better word, I'm trying to probably not say as much as I want to, but look, the goals are poor. We know the goals are poor. The boys know the goals are poor. Second one, you've got to just stay in the game. It's early in the second half. You keep it at 1-0, you push, and then you might have a decision at the end, like the penalty, and it brings you back into the game. But it's a really bad goal, that second one. It's worse than the first for me. I think it needs to be dealt with. There's no communication. And then we say it all the time, there's no commitment, no urgency to deal with the ball in and around our box at the time, and the lads tapped it in from 5 yards after not even having to work for it. So yeah, it's concerning obviously because it's two poor goals we've given away, but we have to look forward now. This game's done, we have to bounce back and make sure we revive on Tuesday.
Goals from open play are a struggle at the moment, particularly the lack of chances. Is that a worry to you at the moment? Not
at the moment. Obviously today has been a day, I think it's been an off day. Games before we've created a lot of chances, we've just not put the ball in the net. Look, it's still early days. Look, we can get carried away with this defeat today and everyone can be like, oh, that's our season, but it's not going to define our season. We'll go back to the drawing board, we'll look at the team today, might have to have a think about who plays on Tuesday, because we always talk about playing for your shirt, and I said it to the boys in there, so I'm not afraid to share it here. No one did that today. I could have taken all 11 off this at some point today, and that's more of a concern for me, that we didn't show enough fight all over the pitch. But now I've set them the precedents. They've got to turn up on Tuesday night and they've got to show why they're here and what they can do. And the silver liners is the beauty of football, is that we can now look at that and use Tuesday as a springboard now to hopefully kickstart again. And we should spare a congratulations for Newark, because they defended really well, they counter-attacked clinically, and on the whole deserved their 2-0 win. 100%. Look, they thoroughly deserve what they got, and hold my hands up and we'll give them that, you know. And we should have made it a lot more difficult for them. We didn't. We've given 2 goals, and yeah, you can't expect to do that and win games. So well done to them. All the best for the rest of the season, but for now we've got to switch back to us in league action on Tuesday. As you say, back in the NPL this Tuesday with the visit of Anti-Nomads, I'm sure there are lots of things you want to improve going into that game with, but what are the main improvements you want to see? I think it's not about the improvements, Joe. It's just you've got to show that fight. You've got to show the desire to be on that pitch and give everything you've got, because we'll be honest, we didn't do that today. We didn't do that enough. Certain players may have given us a little bit, but not what they're capable of. So for me now, they need to regroup in there. We need to regroup them. We need to galvanise them again, and we've got to bring everything we've got Tuesday. It's a massive opportunity now to focus on the league action and get some more points on the board.
And just lastly, on the squad front, we know Ryan Hughes was unavailable today due to a prior commitment. Can you just give us an update on Aaron Dickens and Joe O'Neill? Because obviously Joe's not been in the squad last couple of weeks, and Aaron obviously picked up that injury in pre-season. Where is he with that at the moment?
Aaron's still a little bit away, still not trained or anything like that, which is unfortunate for him. But that also comes down to the busy schedule as well, because we've obviously been playing Tuesday, Saturday, so there's been not a lot of options for him to get on the training pitch. Joe, unfortunately, we had a conversation with Joe. Joe wasn't getting the minutes that he probably deserved and wanted, so he's taken the option to move away from the club, which is a shame. But this level of football. If players aren't playing, they want to leave, and it's unfortunate for us because he was a good player, but ultimately we need players that want to be here, that fight for that position. That's why we had the squad in place, you know, because otherwise it gets too easy for you to keep that shirt. So look, it's difficult. We're always moving forward, we're always looking for players that can come in the door and improve us. And yeah, look, after today, players need to remember that they're not tenable, positions aren't tenable in this club, and they need to work hard for every week.
Jarvis, thanks for coming to speak to us after what's been obviously a very disappointing afternoon in the FA Cup. Can you just give us your overall perspective of the day?
First and foremost, I'd like to apologise to the fans, because none of us went over and clapped, including myself, so we apologise. They've come here, every game they come and support us, and the best crowd, I'll always say it, so we apologise to them for today. My thoughts just weren't good enough, all over the pitch. We've scooted down to their level and we've got beat. It's just not good enough from anyone, so we need to kick up the arse, definitely.
Can you put your finger on why the performance levels stooped so low? Because you fought so hard to get to this round with those two brilliant performances against Corby. You made a good start in the league, but you put in a good performance on Tuesday despite a defeat. Why do you think the standards fell today?
I think maybe people got in their heads we're playing a league below, a team in the league below, and maybe we thought we already won, so we thought we were going to go out there and do our bit, but that weren't the case. We have to go out there every game, put on a performance, and do what we do normally, like we did against Corby, and we'll be all right. But today, it just was not good enough. All over the park.
Looking back at the first half, you had quite a lot of control of the game in possession. In between those first two thirds, especially, you seem to have a pretty good grip of it. But it's in that final third at the moment we're really struggling. Why do you think that is at the moment?
I think people are hungry in the final third, but I think maybe they're trying to. Everyone's worrying who's going to score, and everyone wants to score themselves. I think if we just settle a bit, play in the final third. It doesn't matter who scores. We're a team, and whoever gets the goal, we go and celebrate with the fans. And that's it for me. I don't know. I think we're putting too much pressure on ourselves, trying to score, and it's just not coming.
I was just speaking to Michael a minute ago about the two goals. Is it concerning the manner of the two goals rather than the fact that they've got them?
Well, it's another counter attack like Tuesday. We've not locked it off properly. He's ran from the halfway line to the other end and just slotted it in. It's just not good enough. And the second one, it's rolled over one of the centre-back's foot and the other one hasn't cleared it. And it's a free shot goal in the 6-yard box. It's two terrible goals. And yeah, we've got to work on it and just do the basics right.
I appreciate that, you know, we're talking straight after the game, emotions are running very high, and I'm sure there's a lot of things that have been said in that dressing room that you'll want to keep to yourselves, but can you just give us an insight into, you know, what has been said in that dressing room that you could tell us? Yeah,
everyone got a bollocking, and I was one of them who gave everyone a bollocking as well, because I think we all need it, because that's to go into this season. We don't want one like last season, so we were just basically saying we need to go back to what we were doing, like the first game against Corby and the second game where we was really good, and then we'll be all right if we do that. We just need to get back to it. So just to kick up the arse, really. Get back to the basics.
And looking ahead to Tuesday, we know obviously that the level of fight and spirit needs to improve, because we know how good Anthony Nomads are, but what else needs to improve to make sure we can at least be competitive in that game?
We just all need to work hard for each other and just play as a team, and I generally think the results will come back to us like Corby. I keep saying about Corby because that was a great game. We all was all up for it, we all got behind each other, we all looked like had the desire, passion to win. If we have that every game, we'll be fine. We just didn't have it today.
Thanks for coming to speak to us, it's much appreciated.
Sorry for the fans again, by the way.
I don't need love.